Hello everyone. Today we are going to see one problem regarding development of lateral surfaces. Before that, I will show you that what are that surfaces. So here, this is what the triangular pyramid. In this case, you can see these are the triangular faces, and the base is triangle. Okay, and this is what the cylinder. Okay, having height and the base and top face as a circle. So this is what the cylinder. Okay, one more, that is the cone. Okay, having the base as a circle and some curved surface and having apex along with some altitude, that is what the height of this cone. Okay, one more, that is the square pyramid. So square pyramid, that is having the square as a base but having the triangular faces. These are the triangular faces meeting with the same apex. Okay, and one more, that is the pentagonal prism. So prism are having the rectangular faces. Here you can see these are the rectangular faces. All are having the rectangular faces. Okay, top face and bottom face are having the pentagonal shape. Okay, so prism in pyramid, the difference is what? In pyramid there are the triangular faces, okay, meeting with the apex, and in case of this prism, having the rectangular faces, those are meeting with the top face, right? So these are the surfaces. Now we will see what are the inclined planes. Okay, in DLS we are going to cut that any surface by any cutting plane. So that surfaces are called as auxiliary planes. So here you can see that auxiliary inclined plane, that is AIP, auxiliary vertical plane AVP, and auxiliary principal plane, that is APP. Okay, so what is auxiliary inclined plane? So in this case you can see that vertical plane as well as this horizontal plane, that is well known to you. Along with that, one more plane. So this plane is called as auxiliary inclined plane. Why it is auxiliary inclined plane? So this plane is inclined to horizontal by angle theta. Here you can see, and is perpendicular to vertical plane. So this is 90 degree. So because of that, it is called as auxiliary inclined plane. So it is inclined to HP. Okay. Second case, auxiliary vertical plane. So in this case you can see this plane is inclined to VP by phi degree. So here phi is given to you. So inclined to VP by phi, and perpendicular to HP. So because of that, it is called as a auxiliary vertical plane. So it is perpendicular to HP and inclined to VP. In this case, here is the theta and here is the phi. This plane is inclined to HP by 90 degree. This plane is inclined to VP by 90 degree. XY and X1 Y1, those are showing that particular planes. In case of this auxiliary profile plane, you can see this plane is perpendicular to VP and perpendicular to HP also. So this plane, auxiliary profile plane, is perpendicular to both of the horizontal and vertical plane. So AIP and AVP. In AIP, this plane is inclined to HP, perpendicular to VP. In AVP, this plane is inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP. Okay. Now moving on, we'll see one problem regarding that. So here you can see a cylinder of diameter 50 mm and axis height 80 mm is resting on its base on HP. It is cut by an auxiliary inclined plane at 40 degree to HP, passing through a point on axis 40 mm above base. Draw development of lateral surface of lower half which is written. Okay. So we are going to cut a cylinder. So cylinder is having a base diameter of 50 mm, axis height is of 80 mm, that is given to here, 50 mm and 80 mm. Along with that, its base is on HP, that is also given to you. It is cut by auxiliary inclined plane at 40 degree to HP. So the cutting plane, the position of cutting plane is given to you, that is inclined to HP by 40 degree, passing through a point on axis 40 mm above the base. Okay, so the position of cutting plane is also given to you, 40 mm above base. So you know that for a cylinder, if it is a cylinder, okay, you know that the front view is what the rectangle, top view as a circle. So that thing I have already done here, a 50 mm diameter circle, and the front view as a rectangle with a 80 mm height. Okay, now I will divide this circle in 12 parts now. So that is the basic procedure that is well known to you, how to divide that circle in 12 parts. Selected 4 centers, and by taking a radius I can mark 2 arcs on the either side of that center. Now I need to join all these points with each other. In this way I can join it. So the main function is that to cut this cylinder by cutting plane, and to project or to show the position of that cutting plane also, that we will see. And to mark this point, that it is the point 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now you need to transfer all these points in a front view also. Those are moving upward. Okay. Now so this axis height is of 80 mm. So what is given to you, that the cutting plane is passing through HP, and a point on axis 40 mm above the base. So here is the base, so 40 mm above from it, so here it is. So this is what 40 mm. So from this position the cutting plane will pass. Okay, 40 mm from the base. So this distance is of 40 mm. Also position of that cutting plane is that it is cut by auxiliary cutting plane, inclined plane at 40 degree to HP. Okay, so from this position you need to take or you need to mark the position of that cutting plane. So from the center line and exactly 40 mm above the base you need to mark that point, and through that you need to draw inclined line having inclination of 40 degree with the horizontal. So the ends should be thick. If it is a cutting plane, ends should be thick. Okay, so this is what the position of cutting plane. So here it is 40 degree. So this inclination is of 40 degree, right? Now exactly the same cylinder is here. Okay, the same cylinder is with us. Okay, this is considered that this is the 80 mm height, axis height, and the position of cutting plane is at 40 mm from the base. So here it is, suppose. So this is what the axis, and this distance is of 40 mm from the base. Okay, so we will try to show that position of cutting plane. Here it is. So if it is a 40 degree, then try to cut this cutting plane exactly by a scissor. Just have a look that how we are getting that developed surface. So I am cutting this particular cylinder by a scissor now. Okay, now so this is the part which is concerned to the base. Okay, So this half part, this body is divided into two parts, so we need to consider the part which is related to base. So this is what the base. Okay, so that this part we are considering, the second one we are removing. Okay, now cut this. If we'll develop this, means developing means we need to open that surface. Okay, so in this way, this shape we are getting, exactly this shape that we are getting. Okay, so here is the exact shape. Okay, now that we have practically done how to show this projection exactly in our problem. So what we have done, we have drawn this inclined line which is inclined to horizontal by 40 degree. So this position that we are getting, that to the extreme generators, it is intersecting somewhat here. So these 2 points, and that area I will make it dark. Right. So this is the retained area which is available to us after cutting that cylinder. Okay, now we can mark that points also, that here it is 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Right. Now if the distance pi d we need to find out. So 3.14 multiplied by that 50 mm, so it gives you that I think 157 mm, near about 157 mm. Okay, now you need to mark that rectangle. When suppose that if it is we know that if it is the cylinder, if here is the cylinder, and if we'll develop that, developing means what, to open that surfaces. Okay, to open the surface of that body. So if we'll open this, so we are getting that this is what a rectangle. Okay, that is the development of cylinder. Okay, so in this case also, if we are opening that cylinder, so the length that is available to you, that is nothing but the circumference. So I'll mark here that 157 mm. Okay, so this distance is of pi d. So this is what pi d distance, 157 in this case. Okay, now we need to divide this developed surface also in a 12 parts. So suppose this is what the first point. Okay, so from that you can use that inclined line method. So take 30 degree or near about 30 degree inclination from that point 1. Okay, draw a line. Okay, and mark that 12 points on that line. So we need to divide that pi d distance in a 12 parts. So for that we are doing we are marking this point on this inclined line. Okay, now join this last point. So I will again label this point, that this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 1 again. Okay, so we are going to develop, then we the end point and the starting point will be the similar. Here is the 1, here is again 1. Okay, now join this last point with this end point and draw the parallel lines. So what we are dividing that rectangle or that circumference in a 12 parts. So here it is. I can again mark this point that here it is 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and lastly that is 1 again. Starting and end point is the similar. So from this point draw vertical lines or lines those are perpendicular to horizontal. In this way you can draw and extend those line up to the base that I am doing now. So this is what that we are trying to show, that develop surface. Now we need to show the development of lateral surface. That is the practical that what we have done. So this area we need to show in this rectangle now. So how we can show? In this front view we have cut that rectangle and we are getting this retained area. Okay, so this is related to the base. Now we need to transfer this point which are on a cutting plane. So say suppose this is a cutting plane AA. Okay, on this cutting plane A we are getting number of points, those are concerned with the respective generators of the cylinders. Okay, so these are what is the generators of the cylinders. These generators are intersecting to this cutting plane somewhere and those are the points with us. Okay, now suppose this is what the first point. Okay, and here is I will try to transfer this point up to this position. So this is the generator of point 1. Here it is. I will mark it as P1. Okay, then second, that is 2 and 12. I will extend this point up to 2 as well as up to point 12 because it is passing through both of the generators, 2 as well as 12. Here it is up to 12, right? Then similarly for third point, so here 3 and 11 is there. I will extend this line up to the generator of point 3. Here it is, and then I will extend this up to the line passing through the generator of point 11. Here it is. As it is a cylindrical body, so getting that line will intersect to both of the points, front as well as on a rear side. This is for a first point. Then for point 4, up to 4 and then up to 10 again. So here it is point P4, here it is point P10. I will label similarly P2, P3, P4. Then for P5, here it is P5, and then I will transfer it up to P9 also. Then 6, point number 6 up to this line, that is P6, and then point 8, here it is. Then the last one, that is 7. This is the topmost point where the cutting pin will touch, because we have provided some inclination to it. So here it is the P7. On the other side, here it is P8, then P9, then P10, P11, P12, P1 again. Now, so the area which is concerned with the base, that we need to highlight by dark lines. So this is what the height up to which that cutting plane will reaches. Now we need to join all these points by a French curve. So it is not available with me now, so I will try to join it by freehand. you need to use the French curve. So this is what the area which is available to us after cutting that cylinder by a cutting plane. So in this way, this is what you can say, this is what the height, here it is. Okay, this is what the maximum position up to which the cutting plane will reaches. Again on the either side, it is again what the height. Okay, and this is what the base of that cylinder. Okay, so in this way can also solve the number of problems one by one, we will see. Thank you.